Hey, everybody. Welcome back for another lesson with our wonderful teacher, Jack Stockin. Please forgive this virtual background. I'm visiting. I'm going to try to turn it off. It's too distracting. Not that it matters. I think it's easy to turn it off. I'm visiting my father-in-law in the. So we're upstairs in one of his rooms. Hope you all had just a lovely Christmas. Those who celebrate, anyone celebrating Hanukkah, hope your Hanukkah is going really well. We've had a really special time with our kids and seeing some dear friends. And also kind of getting excited to start the new year. I don't know if you have to-do lists or New Year's goals, but ours usually involve cleaning the house a bit more regularly and doing a bit more exercise of the physical sense. We're here every week for our mental exercise. So before we call Jack on up to the stage, just a reminder, please jump in the chat. As you can see, Beetle, Patricia, Valerie, Annie, Anne, Louise, everyone else leading the charge in the chat. Thank you, everyone who already said hi. Your questions for Jack help us all. Please don't worry if other folks, more experienced members of the class might already know the answer. You're doing a service to us, other learners, by asking your questions. If you run into any tech support, leave that. It's no longer below me. It's which side would it be? Let me put myself back in the corner. Don't leave it in the chat below me. Instead, click on that banner right above my head that says click here for support. It has our recommendations, our backup links, and let me start the recording just so that we can make sure that this lesson is there for you in the lesson library, usually within 10 minutes of the end of the lesson, if your internet cuts out or anything like that. Hey there, Jeans, Jan, Padmani. All right, here we go. The recording is active. We get to welcome back everyone in the class, perhaps watching from the new year. We hope those of you watching, you're either about to celebrate, maybe you're counting down the last seconds of 2024 or starting 2025. Either way, we're glad to have you with us. Maybe next week you can join us live. Let's be sure to ask Jack what next week's lesson is about. But let's get to this week's. Let me find our teacher. Call him up. It's a bit chilly here in these traditional Japanese homes. I was almost going to wear a jacket. Hey there, Jack.
Hi, Virginia. Yes, no, it's quite warm where I am. I've got the radiator on behind me.
Yeah, I'd like to come over there. It's chilly over here. Insulation is a good thing.
I'll try and send you some of my heat, Bashir. Yes, you look as though you're well wrapped up with your woolly hat. I'm still recovering from the hangover from the online LBO Christmas party, by the way.
Oh yeah, I imagine we all had a bridge hangover or two.
There was something in that Bucks Fizz, I think. There was a little bit strong that I was drinking, but luckily I've nearly finished.
Okay, good. Well, Jack, I will turn it over to you, but I'll hop back in at the end of the lesson just to wish everyone a new year when we wrap it up.
Perfect, Bashir. Yes, nice to see you, and we'll see you on the other side. And a warm welcome to you all. Yes, I hope you all had a happy Christmas. We're back in the swing of things. Relatively easy lesson today. I didn't want to do anything too difficult. Some of you might still be feeling a bit fragile, possibly having overeaten, and maybe have had a glass of red wine too much. I don't know. But let's get on with responding to a two-club opener. Always important because it doesn't come up very often. When it does, it's important to get it right because you don't want to stop short of game and you don't want to miss a slam if one is available. Yeah, quick reminder about the two-club opener. Nearly all of you will know there's 23 points or more forcing to game. Nothing to do with clubs. And actually, that's where I should be on the practice range right now, but it's a little bit cold. Yeah, and you can also open with less than 23 points. If your hand is strong enough with great shape. Typically they say if you've got game in your own hand. So in both those examples, rock-crushingly good hands, aren't they? Look, 3 loser hand. And the second one's a 2 loser hand. So yeah, generally, if they're 3 loser hands, really strong suits, certainly you can upgrade to 2 clubs, even with 21, 22 points. But experience will be the key there to tell you. Of course, responding to a 2-club opener, you can never pass. Respond 2 diamonds with 0+ points. We call it the waiting bid. It's a relatively modern introduction, last 5 years or so. You'll do this about 90% of the time, even with 10 points, 12 points. Yeah. Keeps the bidding nice and low, and opener can now describe their hand. So, first question of the morning. I've opened 2 clubs. Over to you. You've got 1 point. What do you bid with that? And Happy New Year to you, Nicola. Ellie's on the Costa del Sol, getting some sun. Margaret Wynne is with us for a change. She's normally in replay, so welcome, Margaret, joining the live class, which is good. Jeans is here from Gartang. Are you new, Jeans? I don't think I've seen a Jeans before. From Gartang in Lancs. Is it Jean S or is it Jean? Robert and Sue, one of our several double acts now. You're all bidding 2 diamonds. Yes, it's a relatively easy one to begin with, isn't it? It's a very easy one. Yeah. Waiting bid. And there's a couple waiting for something or other. Mother and daughter, maybe. No, Jean's normally on replay. Well, welcome, Jean. Yes, we'll perhaps get a few more festive watchers this morning. Let's go straight on to Ham 1 on BBO. Oh, and I haven't said a warm welcome to those watching in replay either. Imagine a few more of you will be watching in replay today between the Christmas and New Year period. Maybe you're not in the right place to watch these lessons, or you've got family with you, or you're back to work. You know, stranger things have happened. 7, 10. Oh my goodness, I'm going to need my calculator. Interactive caption. 7, 10. The way I count points very quickly is to try and get to 10, by the way, a round number. So if I was counting those points there, I'd count ace, king of diamonds, 7. I'd add the king of clubs onto that to make 10. So that's the way I do it. So I can count points really quickly. You may have your own way, but that's 10 points, 14, 18, 21. It's 26 points. It's 2 clubs. I'm even going to alert it. And North would bid what with their nil point? So yes, a few who normally watch on replay with us live, which is great. And there'll be quite a few of you who are watching in replay who normally watch live because you'll have other commitments. Of course, we have to bid 2 diamonds. I'm going to alert it. Waiting bid. And what's South's rebid with 26, do you think? 26 points. Morning, Charles. Morning, Christine Lewis. Morning, Verona. Vicky H. Gillian. Nicola's with us. Well, it's balanced hands. We need to rebid no trumps. Melissa's with us. Morning, Melissa. Ken Wallace, who joined us a few months ago. Manjit, who's rejoined us after a little absence. Yeah, 2 no trumps here is 23 or 24 points. So jump to 3 no trumps to show 25 or 26. Well done. Ooh, and there's another of our double acts, Mike and Irene. They're up in Edinburgh. Right. Yes, interesting. Do you lead? Well, that's funny. Which 3 do you lead? The 3 of spades, the 3 of hearts, or the 3 of clubs? No peeking at partner's hand. Which one would you honestly lead there? Well, I think you would discount the clubs. It's either a heart or a spade. Better to lead the unbid major if you're in doubt, because they haven't used Stamen. Nice to be back to normal, by the way, after the Christmas party last week. Still available in replay for those who didn't catch it live. Yes, I lead the 3 of hearts, actually. You are allowed to lead away from an ace in no trumps, but here, better to bid the 3 of hearts, because you've got the queen and the 10, you see. And actually, even leading away from an ace in no trumps. Not a club, Kim, because really you should be leading a major suit against 3 no trumps when the opponents haven't used Stamen, because they're more likely to be weak in the majors if they haven't used Stamen. Good question from Kim. Also, clubs are weaker than hearts, Kim, as well. Second reason, hearts are stronger with the queen and the 10. So definitely lead a heart there. Right, never play too quickly at trick 1. And I hope you remember to thank partner for the dummy. Not quite a Yarborough because it's got a 10 in it, but nearly a Yarborough. Counting certain tricks, 2, 3, 4, only 6, but clearly extras available in diamonds. Okay. Yeah, good tip there about not using Stayman, Caroline. Watch out for that one. Now, do we take the ace of hearts or do we duck it? What would you do? Would you win the ace of hearts or the king, but I'm going to win with the ace, or would you duck? Take your choice. Thing is, quite often it is right to duck with ace, king, x in no trumps. Quite often it is. But is there a danger here of ducking, do you think? What might East do if you duck it? What might he do? Say you did duck it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong at the moment, but is there a problem with that? What might East now do? Well, yes, there is a big danger that an experienced East player would switch to the Jack of Spades, and now we're toast. I've just had some toast, but we would be toast. Yeah. We're going to end up 1 down if we do that. Yeah. Mike and Irene. Flick. Yeah. An experienced player might well switch to the Jack of Spades, and that's going to finish us off. So although a lot of the time it is right, about half the time probably to duck with ace, king, x, you don't do it if there's a danger of a switch. Okay. Well, clearly we need to get the diamonds going. Hoping they divide 2-2. But they don't. Oh dear. Never mind. 3-1 is more likely than 2-2. Which card do we play next, though, from Declarer's hand? We were playing for the drop, obviously, with the ace-king. Yes, nearly all the chat box are unblocking the 10. Very wise. Yeah, otherwise, we wouldn't get access to the diamonds. Now we can play. Well, they'll come back a heart. We've got the king. We've still got a bit of work to do. Spades can wait, Robin, so we need to take the diamonds first. There's no rush to play the spades. Just thinking what East discards. I think they should discard a club. Now what do we do? We're on the dummy. We've still got 3 tricks to make, haven't we? 3 tricks to get. We're 1 short. Got the ace-king of clubs. Yeah, they could throw a spade or a club. Doesn't make too much difference what East throws here, by the way, whether it's a spade or a club. Yes, we need to play a spade to the king. But we're not bothered about losing the lead. Do you know why? Why are we not bothered about losing to the ace of spades? Do you remember? Here's an intelligence test. It's easy for me to say, but which heart did West lead at trick 1? Do you remember? That's a good one for the brain training. Which heart did West lead at trick 1? And I forgot to ask you about that, actually. I'll go back to it in a second. But this is a good one for your memory. And actually, it's quite good brain training if halfway through a bridge hand, you try and remember exactly what card your partner led. It's really useful brain training. Very well done. A lot of great answers coming there. It was the 3 of hearts, yes. So that, and you had the 2 as declarers. So it meant that West only started with 4 hearts. So we don't mind losing the lead. Very well done for spotting that. They can take their 2 tricks. But then we will make the last 3. Comme ça. So that was very good observation work by the class. I'm impressed. Jack's mum can't be with us this morning. It was lovely to see her at the Christmas party. I think she's got guests staying for the night down at their house between York and Doncaster. Yes, it was the 3 of hearts. And I meant to say, actually, that when they led the 3, I did, Judith, but you still remembered it was the 3. It's still impressive. A lot of people forget what card their partners led halfway through the hand, or actually probably soon after they'd led it. They probably weren't even looking. But the 3 of hearts meant that they only started with 4 because we can see the 2 in our own hands. That's definitely something that we should have done at trick 1, analyze the lead. Well, I had done, but I hadn't told you. Let's go back to the classroom. More to get through. Okay, you've got 10 points this time. What's your response to 2 clubs here? I'm off to the pantomime this afternoon. The Georgian Theatre in in Richmond. Lovely little theatre. Oh, Verona, I was just about to say that. Oh, yes, I am. Yeah, well done, Verona. You beat me to it. I was just about to say, where's the oh, no, you're not? So well done, Verona. Richmond in North Yorkshire, that is. Not in London. Yes, we're definitely bidding 2 diamonds. Yeah. Not 2 spades, by the way. 1 or 2 if you want to bid 2 spades. That would all show a 5-card suit and 8 or more points. We'll come on to that later. But yes, 2 diamonds, 0 to 12, 0 to 14, whatever. But no, 2 spades here would show a good 5-card suit. We will come on to that shortly. There you go. Look, we'll come on to it now. So, yeah, 95% of the time you're going to bid 2 diamonds. So you can make a positive reply of 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs, or 3 diamonds if you've got 8 or more points and a good 5-card suit. 2 of the top 3 honours. I'm not going to talk about those medals there, but if you can tell me what all 10 of those are, I'm sure you'll get a special prize. There's 11, actually. Right. So I've opened 2 clubs. Over to you with your 8 points. What would you respond with that? Stamen Mary only over a 2 no trump rebid. We're going to come on to that later as well. Very excited about next week's lesson, by the way. I hope you're not feeling too hungover after New Year because it's duplicate tactics. Lesson 4, the final lesson on doubling and saving at the 5 level. It's going to be very exciting. A week today. Duplicate tactics. So we can make the kind of rare positive bit here. Did you find it in replay as well? Morning, Scotty. Morning, Ella. Cynthia T, Valerie, Julie B. All good answers. Yeah, 2 of the top 3 honours. Has to be a good suit. A good 5-card suit. Okay, let's look at the rebid for a second. What's your rebid here with 23 points, having opened 2 clubs? Yeah, let's not hang around too long here. It's fairly simple. 2 no trumps. Don't make the mistake of bidding 2 hearts. That would show a 5-card suit. So 2 no trump here. 23, 24. And we'll go on to our second hand on BBO. Here we go. I'm not even going to count the points. I know it's a 2-club opener. And North, what's their response with 9 points? Morning, Jan. Morning, Robin. Thank you all for joining us between Christmas and New Year. Kim, who I see when I play bridge at Harrogate Bridge Club. Misty, Louise, Janie. You're bidding 2 diamonds, of course, yes, even with 9 points. 2 no trump rebid. And back to North with 9 points. What's their best bid now, do you think? Well, there's no rush, and actually well done if you remember to use Stamen here. It's about the only time you can use Stamen when opener doesn't bid 1 no trump or 2 no trumps to open. Is when the rebid, if you open 2 clubs, rebid 2 no trumps, then you can use Stamen. But you don't use it on other no trump rebids. Just this time. So well done. 3 diamonds. No 4-card major. Back to North. What's their best bid now with 9 points? Yes, one or two might have forgotten that, Vicky H. Hence, I've reminded you. Morning, Jane. Morning, Anne. Janie, Rosemary's with us. It's amazing I can see all the names down the side of my screen. Stamen on after 1 no trump overcalls, yes, Caroline. And 2 no trump overcalls, Stamen and transfers apply. Just double check with your partner. Well, is there a chance of a slam? Is what I'd be thinking to myself. Oh, Peter A's with us. He lives in Harrogate. He can probably hear me. I've got quite a loud voice. Yeah, that's right, Philippa. 4 no trumps here. And what next for South as opener with 23 points? Sorry, 24 points. One or two of you have fallen into my trap. There you are falling in. But I've given you a rope ladder so you can climb out. Yeah, no, it's not Blackwood. No. When you use Stamen or transfers after a no trump bid, 4 no trumps is quantitative. It's asking South if they're maximum or minimum. Okay, so that's important for one or two of you there. Got slightly blurred. Hang on. Show me the hand. Yeah. Well done. Yes, one or two of you fell into the trap there. If you use Stamen or Blackwood, Stamen or transfers, 4 no trumps is then quantitative. Just like if I went 1 no trump, you went 2 clubs, I went 2 hearts. 4 no trumps there is quantitative. And as Charles has just said, it's 33 for 6 MT. You are correct. Jack of spades lead. Top of the run of 3. Count certain tricks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think. Or 11, Peter's saying. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 actually. Yeah, well done. 4 clubs, 3 diamonds, 7, 3 spades, 10, and the ace of hearts. 11. We only need one more. Peter A is very good at counting certain tricks. He's normally the fastest finger first. Right. Well, I've made a plan. Have you? Which card should we play from dummy at trick 2, do you think? Those in replay have the luxury of the pause button. Should we go for the diamonds or the hearts or the clubs? Not easy. I think you've got to think to yourself as if diamonds divide 3 and 2, we've got an extra trick. But if they divide 4 and 1, we haven't. I think that's the key thing here. This hand is available in replay. And remember, when you play it in replay, just press play and you play out all 4 hands. And then you press the next button when you've kind of finished or haven't got it right, and it very easily clicks itself. Well, you click it, but it's programmed by me as to how the hand should be made. So you can do that quite quickly by pressing the next button. Right, well done if you chose to go for hearts first. We can try diamonds later, but it's important to take the heart finesse. Loses to the king. And the diamonds can wait. And we are allowed to lose one trick. Now they come back a spade. Interesting. Right. We've got to make the rest, of course. What do we do now? Which card do we play from Declarer's hand, specifically? But very well done for taking out half finesse. Those of you who did that. That was a good play to make. If I said the word blockage to you, might that give you a hint? Very unpleasant blockage in bridge, as it is in real life as well. So we've only got one entry to the dummy, so we need to unblock those clubs first. Good. Otherwise, we won't be able to get to the jack of clubs properly. Quite a tricky hand, this one, actually. Very instructive one, both in the bidding and the play. Clearly, we need to keep our length in diamonds. King of diamonds. Noticing the 10, that's looking a bit ominous. Ace of diamonds. And oh dear, diamonds have divided 4-1. Will happen, yeah, about 30% of the time. Yeah, 3-2 break is 68%. What do we do next from the dummy there? We're in dummy for the last time. What do we do? Slightly blurred again. Why am I getting blurred? That's better. Yes, it's nice to be back to semi-normality. Just before I forget to tell you, those coming to the improver class, there is no improver class on Wednesday this week. Wednesday, the 1st of January, because it's New Year's Day. But what we are doing is having a lesson on Thursday, the 2nd of January. It's 11 o'clock improvers on responders first bid. So it's a really useful lesson for intermediates as well as improvers. So if you want a refresher on responders first bid, come and join us at 11 o'clock on Thursday morning this week. Yes, we need to play the jack of clubs. Good. Then the heart finesse, Caroline. Correct. Which wins. And now we've got loads of winners. So we are just going to make our 6 no trumps. courtesy of the double finesse in hearts. Quite a tricky hand, that one. Well done if you played it in that order. You have a chance to replay it after the lesson from Bashir's website, LBO, where you access the replay and the worksheet as well. For those of you who just joined, by the way, there is a crib sheet, Jack's ACL crib sheet. For those who've joined in the last few months, I haven't mentioned that for a while. There's Jack's crib sheet available on Bashir's website as well. I'm not quite sure where it is, Bashir. Maybe he'll tell us at the end exactly where you find Jack's crib sheet to download. But it's an A4 sheet of paper. You print it off and you fold it into 3. It's very useful. A lot of you have it double-sided. So that's a little plug for the crib sheet. Let's go back to the classroom. Let's look at how responder rebids after a 2-no trump rebid. So what would you do with that one there? Oh, thanks, Bashir. There you go, everyone. There's the link to the crib sheet to download. Some of you won't have had it. Right. What do we do with this, if anything? 1 point. So it is useful to have this lesson, of course, because you don't get... I can't remember the last time I opened 2 clubs. Quite a long time ago. I don't play all that much bridge, but I only play once a week, once every 2 weeks, maybe. Yes, remember, so the one time that you can pass a 2-club opener, if the rebid is 2 no trumps, look. And you got 0 or 1. Have you ever tried playing 2 no trumps when partner's got no points? Yeah, it's not a fun thing to do. Good. All the other times, though, are forcing to game. Okay, this time you've got 2 points. Same auction. What do you do, if anything, with this one? Yeah, so 2 points or more is enough to go for game. Good. 3 no trumps, yeah. Fairly simple. What about this one? 10 points. It's your best bid there. If you're watching replay, how are you getting on this morning? I think there'll be a few more of you watching in replay, as I say, in this holiday period. Maybe your guests are still hanging on, lingering on when they should have left, maybe. Overstaying their welcome. I imagine that does happen over the Christmas period and New Year period. Yes. And yes, if you bid to 6 no trumps. 33 for 6 NT, as Charles reminded us earlier. Well done, Annie. And Maggie's with us. Hi, Maggie. Adrienne, Jan, you're all bidding straight to 6 no trumps. Good work. $9 points this time. Is there a chance of slam? That's something I'm always saying to myself when I'm bidding. Is game a maybe? Is it a no? Is it a yes? Is slam a yes? Is it a maybe? So here it's a maybe, isn't it? So we send out the 4 no trump quantitative bid, the invite. Good. 100% an invitation. If 4 no trumps is preceded by no trumps, it's invitation. Never Blackwood. No magic, no 2 no trumps. 2 no trump opening is 20 to 22. 2 no trump rebid is 23-24, just to be clear. Always has been. Let's go on to hand 3 on BBO. Getting on nicely this morning. Interesting hands, actually. More difficult than the ones the improvers get. 24 points, we're opening 2 clubs. I quite like pressing the alert button. I know you're all going to bid 2 diamonds, so I'm not going to ask you that one. Correct, Caroline, LBO, yes. 2 no trump rebid 23-24, 3 no trump rebid 25-26. Nice to have you on board this morning. Keeping an eye on proceedings. Right, what's our rebid here with 24 points and 6 hearts? Yes, no lessons on Wednesday. It's New Year's Day. So the prove a lesson this week is on Thursday at 11 o'clock. Welcome to join us on the Responders First Bid. Well, there's no rush here. We're not balanced. We rebid 2 hearts. No need to jump to 3 hearts here. No, just 2 hearts will do. What does North do now, if anything? With their Yarborough. North has actually got genuine Yarborough. I think what's important, Sheila, yes, is now we're in a game-forcing situation, so North can never pass. They bid 2 spades. Not showing any values, just a 5-card suit. South will bid 3 hearts. And back to North. Yeah, of course they raised again. South's repeated their heart suit. Showing 6 cards. Well, again, I hope you thank partner for the dummy. Interesting. You know I like to count losers. Quite a few potentially here. Potentially 2 in diamonds, 1 in spades, 1 in hearts, maybe 2. Quite tricky to count losers because there might be as many as 5. But it depends on how hearts divide and the spade finesse. Okay. Well, I've made a plan. Which card do we play next, do you think? Kim says when South repeats a suited, no point range, Kim, no, just 23 plus. Just showing 6 cards. Well, the main question I ask myself, having counted losers, is whether to draw trumps or not. And of course, the main time we don't, as most of you have spotted, not all of you, is when we can create a void in dummy. Yeah. Look for a suit that is longer in your own hand, i.e. declarer's hand, than dummy, not trumps. So here we've got 3 diamonds in our own hand. We've only got 2 in the dummy. Some players have a bit of a smoke screen about this. You know, they can't really see it, but nearly always right to create a void when dummy has a singleton or doubleton. Okay, so what does East play now? What card does East play now, having won the 10 of diamonds? Well, oh, Anthony Lloyd's with us. Happy New Year to you, sir. Thank you for your support on our bridge holidays. I think you might be coming to, are you coming to Crete in September? Yes, so best to switch to a trump, to take the trumps off the table. It's obvious that declarers wanting to create a void in diamonds and rough diamonds. So well done switching to a trump, because if West had the ace of hearts, they might have been able to clear the trumps off the table. As luck happens, they haven't. Hi, Peter. So there we go. That's an extra trick. What next from the dummy? Yes, if you fancy a bridge holiday to Crete next September, I'll tell you a little bit more just at the end of this. I don't want to distract from the lesson. Well, it's your last chance to be in the dummy. So we play a spade. Good, we need to take the spade finesse whilst we're in dummy. Last chance saloon. But fortunately, it works. We can cash the ace king of hearts. They're always going to make two tricks now, so we take the ace of spades, let's say. We've done the hard work. King of clubs. And just give up a couple of hearts to the opposition, which we'll do quickly now. But we are going to make 10 tricks. Good, well done. 620 there because we're vulnerable. Important, really showcases how important it is to create the void in dummy, that one. Some of you didn't. And important to take that spade finesse. Let's go back to the classroom. Here's another one for you. Two no trump rebid this time, 23-24. What do you do with your 4 points there? Well done. Most of the chat box have remembered Stamen. We have talked about it this morning already. But yes, just need 2 points or more to use Stamen there. Good. Of course, you wouldn't use it if you're 4, 3, 3, 3, flat as a pancake. Then you don't use Stamen. Okay, I've opened 2 clubs. I've rebid 2 spades. Over to you. And again, we have to keep the bidding going. I think it's a common theme this morning. You can't pass, so you bid 3 clubs. Partner bids 3 spades. In return, what next? Yeah, simply raise to 4 spades, even with the Yarborough. Forcing to game. And that's the full hand, you see. Yeah, North is very, very strong. 3 loser hand. Need to keep the bidding going, however weak you are. Because North could be as strong as that. Literally, you're going to make 4 spades most of the time there by drawing trumps. Just for the more experienced, what does South bid with 0 points here? So addendum for the more experienced, no points at all. North's rebid 2 hearts. What is South's best bid now? I'll give you a clue in just a minute. Well, yes, North has promised a 5-card suit. That's the first thing we need to note. So we do need to support the hearts. But do we bid 3 hearts or 4 hearts? Place your bets. The hare is running. Not that I'd ever bet on greyhounds. Should Should we look at the answer? Are you a 3-heart bidder or a 4-heart bidder? Which is stronger? Peter A. Yes, I think Peter A might know. I'll just call him Peter, actually, because we've only got one Peter in the chat box. 4 hearts is the weaker bid there. When you're in a game-forcing situation, to bid straight to game shows weakness. Yeah, could have nothing at all. It's called the principle of fast arrival. PFA, to those in the know. To bid 3 hearts here shows a better hand, typically 4 points or more. Yeah, well done. But don't get confused. 1 or 2 got confused last time we did this lesson. 1 heart, 3 hearts is a weaker bid than 1 heart, 4 hearts, okay? This PFA only applies when you're in a game-forcing situation like now. Yeah, 1 heart, 3 hearts is still a weaker bid than 1 heart, 4 hearts. There you go. Oh, yes. Oh, look, I wonder how many of those you might be. Lost, confused, unsure, unclear, perplexed, disoriented, or bewildered when you play bridge. Very good. Modesty will get you everywhere. All of the above. That's not bad if you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tick all 7 of those boxes. Where's Sam? Sam isn't with us this morning. She usually, hope you like that caption, Sam, when you see it in replay. Good. Yeah, so just to say that 1 heart, 3 hearts is a weaker bid than 1 heart, 4 hearts. Let's play hand 4. We're doing quite nicely on time. Okay. So, 22 points. What do you open with the south hand? £22 points. Three losers, yes. Well, most 3 loser hands, yeah, around 21, 22 points. I would upgrade to 2 clubs. Yeah, for sure here. Look at that lovely solid heart suit. No need to jump. You know, we're in a game-forcing situation. Over to North. What do they bid now? And great shape, Pete. Yes, yeah. 7-3. I mean, it's an amazing hand, South. What number of hearts does North bid, do you think? Well, I think we've definitely learned something or remembered something this morning. That 4 hearts would be a sign-off here, showing absolutely nothing at all. So 3 hearts here shows a stronger hand, typically about 4 points or more, depending on where the points are a little bit. But clearly right to bid 3 hearts here. Over to South. Could jump straight to 6 hearts, but we might be missing 7. So for that reason, we should bid 4 no trumps. Which we're going to play as Roman keycard Blackwood today, because quite a few of you watching will be on Roman keycard Blackwood. Those are on normal Blackwood, which is fine. I think, you know, my advice is definitely if you're comfortable with normal Blackwood to stick with it. Roman keycard Blackwood is difficult. I have to remember the responses quite hard when I play, but then they don't come up very often. So playing normal Blackwood, you bid 5 diamonds. Playing Roman keycard Blackwood, where hearts are trumps, what would you bid with that one? Caroline needs to learn Roman keycard Black. Might still be in the replay library, Caroline. Good question, Anthony. I very much teach 30-14. Yeah, so 5 clubs here is 0 or 3. So we'll just go through the responses. But I don't want to confuse the class, Anthony, by giving you a response. So maybe you can just send me an email on the posting page and I'll tell you. So I don't want to confuse the class with the responses. But no, I very much teach 5 clubs is 0 or 3. 5 diamonds is 1 or 4. Actually, I'll tell you at the end of the class, Anthony. Yeah, we'll just have a quick word. Just stay on the class line at the end and I'll just answer that question, save you an email when I talk to Bashir. But yeah, 5 diamonds, 1 or 4 of the 5 aces. 5 hearts is 2 of the 5 aces without the queen of trumps. And 5 spades is 2 with the queen of trumps. So 5 clubs is 0 or 3. One way of remembering it, some people like to use this, is there's 3 clubs, there's 3 leaves to a club, aren't there? Whereas there's 4 corners to a diamond. So 5 clubs, 0 or 3. 5 diamonds, 1 or 4. 4 corners of a diamond. Yeah, people do like to use that one. So this one's 5 diamonds. 1 key card, the ace of spades. And what does South do next? Well, they could bid 5 no trumps asking for kings. I wouldn't mind that. I think we can bid 7 up. Should we take a little bit of a gamble? It is a bit of a gamble because we don't know about the 3rd round of diamonds. We know partner's got the ace of spades. We know they've got 3 trumps. We don't know about the queen of diamonds or whether they've got a doubleton diamonds. We may have a diamond loser. It's a bit of a gamble. Depends how I was doing in the pairs competition. If I was doing quite well, I certainly settled for 6 hearts here. 7 hearts is a little bit of a gamble. But it's Monday and it's holiday time, so we're going to have some fun. Normally you lead a trump against a grand slam, but here the queen of spades is a very safe lead. We're going for gold. I wonder if we're going to be successful. Right. Well, thank you for dummy. And there's no problems with the hearts and the spades, but our worst fears have been confirmed. There is a diamond loser. Yep, there's no queen, and there's no doubleton. There's no king of clubs. We've been a bit unlucky. Now, is there any hope for us? What I can see a little bit of hope. I can. Where are we going to win the spade, though? In dummy or hand? Can any of you see a way to get out of this doom that we're now in? Well, if the words gold and dust mean anything to you, or really should be coal and dust here, really, shouldn't it, with the clubs? Yes, we definitely need to keep the entry. Which card do we play at trick 2? Well, our only chance is to establish clubs, you're right. Which is not a bad chance, actually, because they only need to divide 4-3, which I think is about 65%. Yeah, unblock the ace of clubs. That's a good start. Now, which card do we play? Specifically, please. Which of those 11 do we play? Take your time. Take your time. The clue is that entries are very sparse to the dummy for setting up clubs. Lots of answers coming in the live chat box. What about in replay? I think it's right to play a heart here, by the way. The spade entry can wait. We are going to need 4 entries to the dummy, though. but the spade can wait. But which heart do we play? Well, if you got this right in replay, I'm getting your answer now. But we should play the 7 of hearts, not the 2 or the ace. You'll see why later. Okay, the 7 or the 8 of hearts, or the 9, yeah. Right, I'll show you why later. But no, the 2 of hearts won't work, nor will the ace. Because we need 4 entries to the dummy. Right, let's get on with establishing the clubs. Which one do we play from Declarer's hand? This is quite a fun hand, this one. It's a fitting end to the festive period, I think. Well, I think you're getting the message now. We need to hang on to that 2 of hearts as if there's no tomorrow. So we must trump high with the 8. Back to dummy with the queen. Do you see where this one's heading, by the way? A club is ruffed. High again. We've still got some work to do. The queen of clubs is still out there. So we can play the ace of spades. Carefully preserved entry. Ruff our final club. High with the ace for a bit of emphasis. And crucially, everyone, can we have a drum roll? If Bashir had a drum, he would now be rolling it. You can play the oh so carefully preserved 2 of hearts. Hang on. They discard a spade. To the 3. Can we just pause there for a minute? And look at the beauty of preserving that 2 of hearts. It's really hard to do. I'm not sure how many people would do that at the table. That's definitely the E word, Julie, isn't it? Experience for you. So this is what makes it really hard, because it's rather like a chess move, this hand. You had to plan the entries ahead. And let's face it, playing chess is difficult. It's not really my type of game. Okay, I think we've paused long enough. And there is the 6 of clubs, of course, in its glory. And we now run for home as fast as we can. Ooh, that was exhausting, but we have got to the end. We've made 7 hearts on the 30th of December. More like 2,200 because it's a vulnerable Grand Slam. It doesn't matter, Peter. Just a second on Roman keycard, Blackwood, for Peter and others. Peter, when you've got 1 key card and the queen, you don't know. You forget about the queen, Peter. You only make a bid with the queen if you've got 2 of the 5 key cards. Yeah. So if you've got 1 of the 5 key cards or 4 of them, the queen is irrelevant. Yeah. You just bid 5 diamonds. Yeah. Nothing to do with the queen. So to be very clear, 5 clubs and 5 diamonds and nothing to do with the queen. Good. There we go. Should we just go back to remember 3 things? It's 10:28 UK time. Where are we? We're going to remember 3 things from today. Always respond to a 2 club opener. You know that. 2 diamonds you'll be doing 95% of the time. You can make a positive reply if you've got 8 points and a good 5 card suit. It's quite rare. And finally, remember, after the 2 club opener rebids 2 no trumps, you can use Stamen and transfers as responder. But it's the only time you can when the rebid is no trumps. Okay? Rest of the time you don't. So the one time you can use Stamen and transfers is if they open 2 clubs. Well, it's 10:29. Bashir will be with us.
Here I am, Jack. Thank you so much for another wonderful lesson. Thank you for reminding folks about the Improvers lesson on Thursday of this week.
Yes. So Thursday of this week is 11. It's a useful lesson, actually, for intermediates as well. Responders first bid, really important. Cheapest of 4s, when to bid the major, when to bid the minor, that when to create a bid sometimes. So, yeah.
Of course, we'd love to see any of you who are able and interested in joining us for that. And then we'll see, of course, everyone in the new year for the 4th of the duplicate strategy lessons.
That's really exciting, Bashir. You know, I mean, obviously January is quite a dull month, so we're really going to brighten that month up next week, next Monday, the 6th of January. The final lesson in my duplicate tactics series, lesson 4 on doubling and saving kind of at the 5 level. So,
and the previous lessons, just a reminder, the previous of the duplicate strategy lessons are there in the lesson library if you'd like to review them before next week. Maybe you're on holiday and have some time. But we'll make sure all of these lessons are there for you so that you can review them later.
Just one little thing, Bashir. I did promise Anthony, one of our loyal subscribers, and Peter, that I'd mention to one or two others, just we've got a bridge holiday coming up, Bashir. We're going to Crete at the end of September.
Oh, I wish I could join you.
Yeah, well,
wouldn't that be fun?
Hopefully one day you will.
Wouldn't that be great?
So yes, we're going for a week. Yeah, all the details are on. They can contact me if they want to know any more details about that. But something to look forward to at the end of next year. Otherwise, Bashir, how long are you with father-in-law for?
We're here just until the 3rd. So yeah, my kids are now at the age when they endeavor to stay up until midnight, which means I have to stay up until midnight. But it's pretty quiet here in the countryside, so I'll be going to bed shortly after the time changes here. What about you?
Yes, well, I've got the pantomime this afternoon. We're going to see, is it Sleeping Beauty? I might be guessing. And then it's Treasure Island, which is quite an unusual one. So that should be fun with the kids and with my ex-wife as well. We still get on okay, so we can still do family things together, which is really nice. So yes, and of course Verona said, "Oh no, you won't." I was just waiting for someone to say that. You see, I was going to have to give them a bit of a prompt, but yeah, no, Verona came up with that, which was good.
I think someone's going to have to send me a link so I can understand. I'm guessing this is a reference to something unfamiliar to these American ears, but
yes, that's right. Perhaps you don't have pantomime in America. Is that right?
No. I don't think so. So I'll bug you, Jack, and you can send over.
Yeah, you need to get up on that. Oh no, you won't. Oh yes, you will. Yeah, no, that's a good one, Bashir. We'll try and explain that to you at some point.
Good.
Just
the rules to rugby, please.
Yeah, and the rules to rugby and the rules to cricket.
Yes.
Yeah. Just one final thing. If Anthony's still there, I remember what I was going to tell him. He was saying, do I use 1430? Well, not to confuse. I didn't want to confuse the class, but some experienced partnerships now, Bashir, play their responses to Roman keycard the other way round.
4-1-3.
Yes, they call it 1430. So 5 club responses, 1 or 4, and 5 diamond responses, 0 or 3. And so for more experienced partnerships, that is quite a good thing to do, Anthony. Yes, it's the way I play with my various bridge partners. But I don't want to confuse the class. They can stick to the original. But you'll find that most experienced players now, county players, quite a few club players, do play the 5 club and 5 diamond response the other way around, just because it gives you a bit more space for asking for the queen. But yeah, no, Anthony's picked that one up. So
it's a great question. I've had that question, and to be honest, just hearing about it, I end up getting confused. Well, right, which is the standard way, and then which is the more advanced way. But hopefully we won't confuse too many folks by mentioning.
No, so that's why it's only for the more experienced partnerships. I mean, certainly I have to really think now about the responses because A, I don't play much bridge. B, I don't get many, 4 no trump Roman key card bids. And C, I have to remember I'm doing it the other way around.
Right.
So, but it's all good. And it's above Sally's pay grade, she says. Sally, we have to pay you more, I think. But no, and actually quite a few, I think, Bashir, even on Monday morning, they still play the normal Blackwood, which I'm very happy to do.
Nothing wrong with that.
You play Roman key card, presumably, do you, online?
I do, typically. And but again, I will run into that confusion about whether the 4 or the 1 comes first.
Yeah. If you're playing with a regular partner, and I've said to my 3 regular partners now, 3, we all going to play the same way. Right. So we have switched to the more advanced version. But I think very much if you're happy. Oh, Nicola's wanting to know where the crib sheet is. We did actually drop a link, didn't we, Bashir?
Yep. Nicola, if you just on the website, just click on members page in the top menu. That'll bring you to the class page. And right there in the class page, you can find the crib sheet. If you have any trouble, just email me, hello@learnbridgeonline.com, and I'll help you out.
It's worth mentioning the crib sheet, actually. I must mention that to the improvers and beginners on Thursday. I think I'm seeing you on Thursday, aren't you? You're going to introduce a beginners class?
Yes, I will. I'll be there to say hi to everyone.
And you're happy to do that? You know, I can do it otherwise, but...
Oh, it's a treat to be able to stop, and especially the beginners. There's a special fondness.
They'd like to see you. I'm sure the beginners would like to see you as well. So yes, that's it, Bashir. Well, we'll let you get on. Probably dinner time for you now, is it?
Just about time. Yep, I'll be heading down there now.
Will you be having a glass of wine, or are you now resting on the wine?
No, resting up. I had a drink with a friend last night, and that'll last me probably till the new year.
Yes, I must say I overdid the drink. Was it on Friday night? I didn't feel good on Saturday.
As it happens, Jack. As it happens.
Yeah. But anyway, it's great to be back and, back in the routine now, really, until the 6th of January. We're on Thursday. Happy New Year to all of you. Of course, it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. I've kind of lost the track a bit what day it is, but New Year's Eve tomorrow. Happy New Year, Bashir.
Wonderful. Well, Jack, thank you for everything you've taught us throughout 2024. We look forward to everything we learned together in this wonderful class from you in the new year. So thank you, Jack. Thank you, everyone, especially the regulars here with us live. Every week you guys bring so much, and you bring so much to the learning experience. So on we go. Here we go to 2025.
Yeah, I'm really excited about 2025 this year. We'll be teaching some new lessons as well. We've got this duplicate tactics coming up. Lots of play. The groups on LBO, on BBO, the WhatsApp groups, they're playing lots of bridge there and practicing. So yeah, it's all good. And I'll see you very soon.
Wonderful. Bye all. Thank you, Jack.
Bye. Bye, Jack's mum.